That's after, of course, his eldest son posted that bombshell statement about his parents. It was a series of shocking posts last night on social media. He accused them of planting lies about him and his wife Nicola in the press, as well as trying to ruin their relationship, humiliating them at the wedding, even being the cause of Brooklyn's anxiety. Are you a Beckham watcher, Lisa? I mean, it was pretty shocking, wasn't it?
Yeah, very much, you know, growing up in Manchester with, you know, the Beckhams when he was a footballer. But I think, well, I don't want to say like most people, but I can definitely say when it was all in the press about the dress and was it Victoria, you know, not wanting to make the dress, or did Nicola, you know, not want to wear it? And now we found out today, you know, that it was the case that she did, you know.
But the thing is, have we found out?
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's so much out there and we're all thinking, what's the truth? What's the truth? And I don't know what you think on this, Janet. I think there are probably various versions of the truth. Because Brooklyn will have his truth, Victoria will have her truth, David will have... You know, they'll all believe...
Well, I was riveted by Brooklyn's message last night. I was thinking, this took a long time to write. This took a very, very long time to write. And it was very articulate. It listed far more grievances than I was expecting. I thought the thing about the dress, well, I could see in the run-up to a wedding, everything would be very fraught. I mean, there's been loads of rumours about what happened at Meghan's wedding. There were loads of rumours about what happened at Catherine's wedding.
At your auntie's wedding, at your cousin's wedding.
The dress is always the big thing. But what I would say is behind it all, one senses a young man who just wants to be his own person and lead his own life. Now, at the start of the show, you said David Beckham was at the Davos, the World Economic Forum. Well, what does that tell you?
There he is there. This is from this morning.
So David Beckham and Victoria are all about a brand, and that brand has got to be untainted, and that's how they run their life. I sometimes wish for a day when we weren't on Planet Beckham, because we've had Beckham and the chickens, Beckham and the honey, Beckham in the Wellingtons, Beckham in the countryside, and now Beckham with the top world economists doing a podcast.
For us watching it, it's for our entertainment. I mean, yesterday we had a still of David Beckham, who was caught cuddling a teddy bear snoozing. Now, you know, it's fun for us to look at and talk about. We know it's not really real. We know it's a brand. We know it's a business. But
it's pretty bizarre for a man of that age to put a picture of himself to think it's OK anyway.
Who posted it? We don't know. But, I mean, the thing is, it was apparently Victoria, it is about a business, it is about a brand. And, Oti, I mean, I'm thinking about you. You could be brand Mabusi with a beautiful child, your beautiful husband or whatever. Would you do it?
No, I definitely wouldn't do it. I think you are putting yourself out there. When it's good, it's incredible. But like when we see it now, when it's bad, it's really, really bad. When I look at the situation, I think a lot of boys love their moms and they love to be with their moms. I think it's incredibly brave that he's speaking against his mother and also supporting his wife, because many people don't do that, they just let it happen. But also I think it's a sad situation just altogether, because it's a family that's out in public and everybody can see what's happening. And I do believe that a lot of family situations should be just sorted with the family. Send a text, call, talk it through.
Yeah, you're right. But the Beckhams seem to live out every aspect of their life. We've seen the very many David's birthday parties, one after the other, all category. The documentary, we saw Victoria's documentary.
Well, even like Brooklyn's birth, you know, from the second he was born, he's in front of a photo camera on the front cover of all our favourite magazines.
Essentially, he's a commodity.
No other. He is, and he's grown up with that, so you can understand where there's been anxiety pushed in with that, because he's been forced to be something maybe he doesn't want to be.
And he's a younger generation. If you think about the younger generation, they do prioritise mental health and protecting themselves and their family with that. And you can see it when he talks about it. It's like, my own parents give me anxiety, so he is prioritising his well-being.
Yeah, I think I've given my family anxiety at weddings before, because we've seen the memes, haven't we?
Yeah, because there was something about... He said something about his mum dancing on him?
Yeah, literally. There's been... And I've been to many weddings where I've done inappropriate dancing.
Have you been dancing on people, Lisa?
Not on them, but physical. And, there's been
all over them.
Yeah, the bottom has been moving, yes.
know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's difficult for us to relate in terms of the business aspect of this, but from a family aspect,
from a family, it's
and those tensions between in-laws, etc., do you relate?
I think, yeah, for me, like, I wanted to approve, and I wanted Al's mum to really approve of me completely.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? I really wanted her to go...
Did she?
Well, no, I can't cook, I can't ski, you know, so I'm not a very good wife in what she wanted. But I do my own laundry. But, yeah, I think you want to be loved and liked. And I think she grew to think, you know, do you know what, she's quite funny. She makes, you know, her son really happy. And I think you're right. You want to... It's a hard thing to crack through. It really is. Like, I love the fact now that, like, my dad, obviously, with all the terrible relationships I had before, you know, my mum and dad having to pick up the pieces, whereas now I sit with my dad and he goes, do you know what, oh, there's my daddy, look how it's you know, and he loves the fact that I'm happy. 12 years in with Al, I found someone that's not going to do me over, that is going to be, again, a bit part of, you know, we are a brand because we work on television. Al doesn't want to be front and centre all the time. That's my job, but it does come with what we do. You know, so having Dad applaud that and see how happy I am makes me feel better. Yeah, definitely.
Was everything happy families with you, Oti, from the beginning?
No. I mean, it's quite obvious. I mean, my husband is East European. I'm from a different country. I'm from a different background. I'm from a different religion. So everything about me is just completely different to what my mother-in-law actually imagined would be for her son. But we've been in this 13 years now, and now she's like, you know what, you push him, you challenge him, you take care of our children. And I think it's the South African and me as a South African woman, we are the hunters. It's a very matriarchal
What was it like
family.
in the beginning?
Oh, tough. Oh, it was really, really tough. Also, we don't speak the same language, so that communication, getting through and just explaining to her, hey, I actually do like your son. I really do like... That was really tough because we don't have that... The cultures are completely different. So it was really, really tough.
I mean, Janet, you've been around this block a few times.
I certainly have. I mean, the first time I got engaged, my mother was ecstatic. And then, obviously, when I broke it off, I broke it off at lunchtime. And then I went back home. I was in my first year at college, and I told her. And she was absolutely outraged because the wedding was supposed to happen, you know, in a few months' time. And I said, that's it. You're not changing my mind. And
this was your mum that was trying to change your mind?
Yeah, she liked him because he was posh and nice and wet and all the things mums like. So, you know, the upshot of that row was that eventually I walked out of home at 18, moved in with my boyfriend and, you know, we decided to get married. And I phoned up my mother and she met my husband-to-be 2 weeks before the wedding. But luckily for me, because she did like him and my dad liked him and they especially liked the fact that he was posh as well. And, you know, he was very well-spoken and intelligent and a charming man. But I didn't seek my mother's approval. I'd already decided to get married. But my third husband, the one that was much older than me, a Canadian film director, his mother was Yugoslavian. When he rang her up and said that he'd married me, her first question was, is she a Catholic? Yeah, and she said no. He said no, and that's it. She never spoke to me.
I know. I mean, all these things can come up, but if, as a parent, you felt that you had reasonable cause to be worried about, you know, the partner that your child had chosen, in some ways you could see you've got a duty to speak up, or do you just keep stum?
No, I'm glad now, looking back now, I'm in adult age, but my mum and dad warned me off a guy and I was smitten. I was hook, line, sinker, in love. I know now it wasn't love, but I was smitten by him and my parents were like, he's a baddie. And I was like, what are you talking about? But now I was going through that bad boy phase. I wanted that, you know, wronging. And they were like, don't do it, don't go with him. And I did. And, of course, he did me over. He was everything they told me he was going to be. And we didn't speak, me and mum and dad, for weeks, probably like a couple of months.
Really? And you're so...
Oh, inseparable,
so
yeah. Because I truly believed I was right in my decision-making then. And it is growing up. But I now know you've got to scuff your knee and put your plaster on yourself and go, no, you're wrong. It's that rebellion.
Oh, but Lisa, my friends all told me not to marry somebody. My mum and dad were dead by then. So I had to rely on my friends, and every friend said, don't marry him, but I did. Yeah. And they were completely right.
Final word, Janet, what do you think is going to happen to Brand Beckham?
I think it'll take months and months and months to heal, and it'll have to be done privately. And
he says he doesn't want to.
I know it's interesting because he too wants his own brand. Interestingly, he's done his little bits of cooking and this, that and the other. He hasn't found himself yet. He's very young for his age. He's 26, but he seems younger to me. So I think, you know, cut him a bit of slack, you know. Give him some time to himself.
Fran Beckham, do you think it will survive this?
Yeah. They are an institution. And I think, in a way, we like to know that other people are having problems because we all have problems in our family. It means that they're a real family. If they were perfect, then it wouldn't be real, right? Yeah. Everybody's fighting with somebody in some family, so it's normal.
And he's going to work today. You know, he's there. He's not like he's hidden away.
Yeah.
David's gone to work this morning, done his job, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah, that tells you a lot.
Well, we did reach out for comment from the Beckhams. We haven't had a response. But, of course, we are all across their social media channels. And if we hear anything, you will be the very first to know, I can tell you.